welcome to Really Rubbish Racing. This is round 5 of the International Masters of Formula R 2.0 from Magny-Cours in pretty much the middle of France. I'm Campbell and I'm joined by Nick and James for this week.
Hi!
There's the calendar. We're, as I said, in France at Magny-Cours. After last time out, we were in Portugal. And the Magny-Cours circuit, a flowing circuit, one of the faster circuits in the calendar, quite open, easy to get wrong though. Some of the fast chicanes are very
dangerous.
Yes, dangerous.
Well, even the straights are dangerous. All you have to do is ask EJ Viso about that.
And that, yes, although there tends to be another car involved there. Here's a look at the championship. Ollie K leads after Estoril. Jacob's second. And it's much the same players from last season who are setting the pace. And in the teams, Junior Motorsport have something of a commanding lead over Javery. They have 74 points. Kybert's Racing last of the point scoring teams on 3 points. And in the independents, it is Blair One Blue flying at the top.
Yeah, only 2 points in that, so plenty of opportunity to turn that around for Wallis.
And returning to the championship after a long absence is Tropical Motorsports, here driven by Smidgy. They haven't raced for an awful long time, but these two rookies, Smidgy and Jim 709, have bought the rights to the team name and are racing in what is a fairly established team.
It's a very pretty car as well, of course.
Of course. Meanwhile, Argo Sport have joined. That is Burwellian's team, but he isn't driving. But Joe Speed from Arizona is...
That is a brilliant name.
What, Joe Speed or Arizona?
Well, both.
And in the other Argo Sport is Cyber Samurai, returning for the first time since the International... since the Formula R Festival. And here we have Ollie K's pole lap. Somebody want to take us round?
Sure thing, yeah, so you go very quickly into this fast left here, going down 2 gears for the long right-hander that is Estoril. Really need to get this right, and if you do in the race, then you're going to have a good long drive all the way up to Adelaide.
You can get a good
very long, obviously.
You can get a good run on people if you're fast through this section.
Yes, definitely.
Into the slow Adelaide hairpin.
All the way down to first gear there before just putting your foot down and trying to accelerate as hard as you can out of that corner. And then you come down to the fast chicane here. Very important for lap time, and you see Ollie K using
all the track and a bit more. I think he took it flat there, which is impressive. Not all the drivers are doing that.
No. That very slow left-hander there is also where you can pick up quite a few tenths if you get it right. And so then you come up to the very fun Imola chicane. You dart down and then up again. Just a slight lift there through the chicane before braking for the water tower corner. I have no idea why it's called that, but
Chateau d'Eau. I didn't know that actually. I've always just known it as Chateau d'Eau.
And there used to be a chicane here, but they reprofiled the circuit, so you go straight to the Lycée hairpin, avoiding the floating bollard obstacle course. And then you just take the chicane really quickly and
try and
pedal to the metal.
Try and stay out that wall on the outside.
He's looked extremely comfortable on that lap there.
He certainly
Making
does.
it look
Very nice
a lot
setup,
easier
I
than it
think.
actually is.
And we've filmed the formation lap for the first time this in this race, and they're all hammering round at quite a speed. This is quite a vast formation lap.
So
Obviously worried about tyre temperature.
Evidently. Don't stuff it into the back of the car in front, whatever you do.
Look at
Oh! Spoke too soon.
Dangerous drive. Oh,
That's
good God.
Skipster, isn't it?
I believe so. It's clearly a bit of practice needed on the way to the grid, and somebody else when the senior motorsport car is going off.
Oh my.
Ollie K taking pole for 1:31.7, which is a very fast lap. Both Tropical Motorsports cars in the top 10.
That's a great result.
They will be looking to convert that into solid points. I Am Saeed also in the top 10, making his first appearance since his unfortunate debut at Algarve. Race Pro, top of the independents in 19th.
A long way off.
And Cyber Samurai last on no time and presumably hit problems as what on earth's happened there.
Oh.
And Joe Speed has had a problem. It looks like he will be unable to start. He's still in the garage as they make their way to the grid.
Looks like the positioning on the formation lap has gone to pot.
It certainly has. They've got an Independables car well out of position. I believe it's Dan Forn, and Brewellian towards the back in the Kaibutsu was one of the first to arrive. Not not particularly well drilled.
Oh, and reversing as well.
One of the juniors doing a Fisichella there.
Yes, I think a few of them are doing a Fisichella.
There's too many people trying to get into a single spot there as well. That's
we've got
pretty
chaotic. Tommy reversing into position.
Is that Dan Thorne?
Dan just made a break for it.
Dan Thorne's just off. And
oh wow! Absolute disaster.
Let's try that again, shall we?
We'll have a slight technical problem, and here we go for the start. They seem to have lined up correctly, so the red lights are coming on. The race director's obviously happy, and they're green, and they're off. And it's a good start from both Fender's car, but Cyber Samurai has not started.
Oh, there's contact already. Oh, and the gravel as well. There's so much gravel flying everywhere.
It's a messy first corner. It's that Mr. Flobodob going off. Collected by one of the Junior Motorsports cars, probably by Junior.
So Ollie K here, still in the lead, but he's under attack.
Under very serious attack from PY James, round the hairpin.
Ooh.
How did they get through there without contact? There was so many close quarters racing there.
It certainly was. And the two Defenders cars running side by side, and Kimster going through the camera.
Eliminated.
It's amazing how those cameras stand up to being hit by an entire car.
Some say they're not physical. It's unproven, but it's an allegation that's been made. And this is Kimster against one of the Tropical Motorsports cars as they bounce over the chicane, and Dan Forn runs off and is hit by AGOK doing the same thing. That's all a bit clumsy.
Cool.
Guess they didn't quite anticipate the aero wash going through that corner.
It appears not. Both cars going seemingly without damage though, but well down the field. There's Danger Dave going past.
So one lap completed.
One lap completed. Bit of a messy first lap contact, and that's clearly in the wall. That's a big accident, and he's collected by
God! Oh wow!
Mr.
That's scary.
It's a good thing that stand is empty, because they could have had a wheel to the face.
Collected by Mr. Flobodov and by Junior. I'm guessing both these cars are out because that was a substantial hit.
There he's got one here now on Mr. PY James, sorry.
Look at the
sparks flying.
They're running a very low ride height there.
And makes the move.
It is a very bumpy area of track there, so really pushing the limits of the ride height.
Here's a replay. This is Crawfey, and he just runs a little wide and into the wall.
Oh, nowhere he could go there, Flop.
He was.
That was.
Oh wow! How was the camera doing that as well? Like some kind of gyro camera.
Be able to see through the bodywork and running wide. There's that. That's Brewellian going off the track, and he's lost his front wing somewhere.
So 2 laps and half the field's been involved in some kind of accident already.
Yeah, the gravel track's being well ploughed.
Oh,
Danger Dave collected there.
Contact?
And Race Pro in the wall quite heavily.
Was there contact or?
Yeah, it looked like Race Pro got into the back of Danger Dave.
Danger Dave's got going again. No sign yet of Race Pro recovering.
That was a surprising place to have an accident. Oh, no, he just locked his rears. He wasn't anticipating the slow speed of Danger Day through that corner.
An unfortunate accident. Looks like Race Pro may well be out of the race with that.
Here's Jim still holding off Kimster. This is really good stuff for his first race.
Yeah, running just outside the podium, which is a terrific debut.
And it looks like Kimster himself is going to be under attack by his teammate.
Defender's cars.
I wonder what happened to him actually. He was running in second, wasn't he? Or Blair even, sorry.
That's a point, yes.
Must have span
Missed
or
it in all the
something.
excitement.
And IMC getting into the back of the defenders. This group running nose to tail.
Oh, Blair got over the curbs then a little bit sideways, but Kim's has made a mistake as well.
Ooh.
Diving down
ducks
the
under.
inside. Saw the gap and went for it, very opportunistic. Kim's not giving up on it though.
No, he's going to have a look into Imola now.
That's a brave place to try an overtake, and he thinks
Wisely
better of
backs
it.
out. But now he's got Iams to wait. He's going to look to get a good exit out of Chateau d'Eau. And indeed he has. He's going to challenge him all the way down to Lycée. Side by side they go.
He's got the inside line and isn't able to make it stick and collects a bollard.
He's a bit squirmy on the brakes there.
Those bollards and the cones around the track seem to have magical properties.
So much orange on that car, it's fantastic.
It's very orange. It's not terribly
Yeah, so
bright because it's got the black to even this out, but it's very orange.
I must say the helmet design is also one of my favourites there. It's very digital.
Very.
Yeah, hats off to whoever designed the livery and the helmet.
I believe he had an outside contractor designing his livery. Some teams are known to do that.
Looking for the cutback there.
Yeah, it looks like it's a tactic that works for him. He did it at Chateau d'Eau and now he's also done it at Adelaide, but not quite close enough to be able to make a real move.
Oh, wow.
Well out of shape. I was about to say these chicanes aren't really conducive to overtaking because they're that fast. You have to use them to line up into the next corner if you're going to be overtaking at all. As Dan Thorne. Where's that? Is that coming out of the hairpin? Yes.
He just...
gets himself onto the curb.
Actually got all four wheels in the air there. That was pretty chaotic.
That looks dangerous more than anything.
Now Jim's still in fourth place.
Getting a nudge. That was rather Plato-esque from Blairy.
That was a bit naughty.
Oh wow, and it's let Kimster right through. Oh no, it hasn't. That's a disaster.
Kimster too eager to get that place and just spins it round.
Race winner, hero to zero.
You're right there, Martin.
And it's Steve Jones who's going for Jim's fifth place.
Yes. As Jim's under constant siege at this point. Jim's one of the people who took advantage of the early chaos to make up several places. He qualified on the fringes of the top 10 and has found himself running at the sharp end.
Yeah, that level-headedness very much in evidence as we've seen from his defending.
Yes, he's not made any mistakes. As I'm saying, using all of the track and a bit more.
Yes, we've seen a lot of that and probably see a much more of it to come as well.
Yes,
it's quite tough to actually see the second apex of that chicane. So it's kind of blind. You have to put your faith into where the car's going, really.
Takes Imola very nicely.
I thought Jim's running into the gravel for a moment there, but he just keeps it on the road. But
blocks the apex.
I'm saying should have a bit of a run. He'll have a slipstream.
That little kick does kind of spoil that slipstream there.
Yes.
And Jim's is still in fifth.
Have to defend hard because it's the Adelaide hairpin is a very good overtaking spot on this track. That
is that Brilliant?
I suspect it was. It looked like a flash of red.
AJK to that chicane very well, and now he's got one of the Campbell motorsports.
That's probably Mastront Wolf after Croffy had that accident in the first lap.
Oh, and someone's making a mistake up ahead of him. Is that one of the Independables?
It might be.
I saw a flash of orange, so it might be Tommy. It is indeed.
It was, yes.
Oh, he's really closed that gap down, hasn't he?
Oh, Tommy put
Oh, no,
two
that's
wheels
Pete.
on the grass.
And-
Bukoy, should I say.
Bukoy,
No idea who Pete
this
is.
wheel banging.
That's his nickname.
Pete.
Oh, very close indeed.
Now that was almost an EJV sim.
Oh, he's got around the outside. Surely he's going to give that place back. And he does indeed.
Yes, no Lewis
Involuntarily
Hamilton.
there.
Oh,
And running very, very wide. Trying to fix all his problems with the accelerator pedal and it didn't quite come off.
It's a very colourful helmet looking at that one there as well.
I believe from certain angles it has a wolf motif.
Motif.
Tommy got a bit wide.
There's
So
both
did
running
Bukoy,
wide.
but he's...
Oh,
Every-
turned again on him.
I know
Everybody
AJK
using
is
the
going to be on in
grass.
election. And we're going to go 3 wide.
That seems... Oh, it just about sorts
Oh.
itself out. Bukoy loses 2 places.
Tommy looks to cut back here. Can't take the chicane quite quickly enough.
So, what we're seeing here is Blady on G Coops. It's got a better out the corner, gave himself the inside for turn 1 and got past.
And
Kimster, I think,
Kimster
finally
finally.
get past Jim's.
I believe so.
Or is that
Smidgy.
Smidgy? It isn't Smidgy.
The spin earlier, of course, put him further back.
Of course.
Of course.
So still we see the power Independables battle here for the lower points.
Yeah. Yes, the fringes of the top 10.
And where's AJK gone in this?
He's running. That's AJK there.
Oh, that is him,
Bukoy.
yes. So
Yeah,
it's Bukoy
Bukoy's
who's
dropped off the back.
Hamzat still trying to get past Jim's.
Oh,
He is.
Oh.
Oh, and it's a half spin through Lycée.
Caught
And
out
that lets
unawares.
Kimster. That is Kimster.
my.
Now
Oh.
Smidgy's followed.
Sympathy spinning.
I think
The car looks a little loose. He just went through the hairpit, through the chicane there.
I think it's the gearing. If you go down the gears too quickly, the back end just likes to throw itself out.
Possibly.
Oh, M78 here's got another one.
This is on Kimster again. You'll have a run into the hairpin.
Looks like he's going to be able to dispatch him here. Goes all the way around the outside.
Taking the very long way. Doesn't quite pull it off
Oh.
either.
Had a little look into the other ring there, but not enough. Skimster runs wide.
So everybody seems to run wide at that. It's chicane.
So down we go through again. And, ooh,
Kimster getting a little out of shape there.
riding almost on the floor of the car across that curb.
Yes, you don't want to do that, otherwise you'll do what Dan Foran did right at the start and beat bottom out and lose control. So just taking a little bit of grass as he continues to chase down Kimster. As up ahead, Blady chases G Coops.
So Jacobs must have got by again somewhere unseen.
Yes, presumably.
But Blairy's got a good chance to take that final podium position back.
It's got a good run and
There's the line.
it's stopped,
Oh.
and that was a
Oh.
textbook overtaken to that corner.
The infamous block pass.
Yes. So he's now got. We'll have his focus on
Oh, someone's in the gravel. That-
Bukoy's.
Oh, he's stopped as well.
Is he broken down? Looks like some kind of failure. No obvious smoke or anything.
That is
And
bizarre.
Oh,
AGOK coming in with no front wing.
terrible lap for power.
Yes.
It often happens that way. Both your cars seem to.
Oh, loses it through the.
Oh.
He was quite lucky not to do more damage there.
It's still trying to get by.
Kimster putting up a robust defence of his position.
You can see what he's trying to do with getting a better exit, doing a cutback, but I think he really needs just a big lunging out braking manoeuvre to get by.
Yes. It's possibly Imsa's other motorsports experience getting the better of him. He's just trying to be too clever. But he hasn't quite escaped from J Coops at this yet. They're still in close contentions. They chased down PY James.
Yeah. Interesting to see how this one's going to pan out, because you would have thought Blair would just run off into the distance.
They seem to catch J Coops quickly enough so that you would think that, but it seems not.
It could be that spending a lap on his gearbox, Jacobs has now found a better way around the circuit and is able to stay close to Blairy.
That's a possibility. Back on board with IMSA 8. With the supreme blinding orange in that part of the car.
Yeah, we see Kimster taking that inside line a lot, and if he's not too careful, it is going to come back to bite him.
It certainly will. It seems like Kimster's at more risk of having an unnecessary spin.
If he can keep his right side tyres on the road, then it's fine, but as soon as they hit the curb, then it's just going to spin him around.
Both cars cutting the chicane there.
Must be said how well Kimster's holding this constant pressure off as well. He's not making a single mistake here. Well, apart from the disastrous spin earlier, of course.
Yeah, he's not one for usually throwing it off at the first sign of an attacker.
Aizawa will have a very good run here. He's alongside. He's a much better run through Estoril.
Interesting how he has to cut back in to the slipstream.
Kimster seemingly running with much less wing.
And it's going to go for the outside again. Cut. Oh. Side by side almost.
Yeah, they're still side by side.
Now Kim's going to have the inside, but of course there's plenty of room for him to hag it out.
But he makes it stick.
Whoa.
Just about. So that'll will let him chase down Jim's ahead.
Oh, there's AJ okay again?
Okay. Once again bouncing through the gravel.
He's gone off at Imola.
This is a disastrous race for the lads.
The power team are not having the best of times with Pete Bukoy seemingly stopped and AGOK having several off-road excursions.
Kimster's not giving up on this place though.
You'll be hoping that Jims can hold I Am Sight up a little bit. Oh, nose to tail quite literally, but they all survive.
He's lucky if he doesn't have a puncture there, but we have seen those tyres are quite strong.
We have seen that, and the front wings are fairly securely mounted.
It wouldn't surprise me if someone of Kimster's area of personality, should we say, would attempt to puncture another driver. To be fair, it's just in his nature, I think.
Well, what are you saying?
Maybe he wants to prove a point. I don't know. See Steve Jones Racing still doing that up and under.
It's alongside, but won't have quite enough of a run to the chicane.
Oh, both cars outside the track limits.
Yeah, you have to feel that Jim's is making a better job of keeping within the spirit of the track regulations than the two cars immediately behind him.
Very scribbly through there. Just hit the gravel and lost the rear end a little bit. But he's right. Oh!
Ooh, just into the back of him.
Yes, he's generously let him go a bit more.
Yes, quite right.
I'm saying infamously lost the Formula V Championship by being rear-ended by a rival, so he's very wary of doing that to someone else.
Yeah, very sensitive of how much it can hurt.
It's fitting, really, that the Tropicos are running this Minardi-esque livery when it was here that Fernando Alonso first made waves as a lowly Minardi reserve driver.
Yes, he made his debut there for the Minardi team, and like you say, made a significant impression.
Apparently it was when Flavio said that's when he signed it. Oh, Steve
Kimster has got into...
And the point has been proven. That is messy. I'd say, I don't even go as far as saying that's poor driving from Kimster, to be honest. Very poor. This is fantastic driving, though, I must say, if I may say. This is absolutely exquisite. Look at that. Look at the way the apex is clipped absolutely fabulously in the braking. Let's look at this next apex. Oh, that's...
Just running a little bit wide.
I think that was intentional. There's more grip out wide, you see. Fantastic driving.
Kimster definitely being a little bit clumsy there.
And these are front two, who we've almost forgotten about during the course of this race.
Yes, so boring having them up front winning the race.
Is that gap reducing between the two?
Might be.
We haven't seen what the gap has been like for the race entirely, so...
We haven't seen either of these cars since the start.
It's pure speculation. Has the gap increased or decreased?
Well, we've seen Ollie K twice this season make late race charges for victory. Now it looks like he's going to be on the receiving end.
Indeed. And is that Kimster? Oh no, that's Smidgey catching Kimster. By the looks of things.
Tropico Racing having a very good day out by the looks of it.
A very, very strong debut, yes.
Yeah, it's good to see the Tropico name back in really rubbish racing.
A team with a long history, certainly.
Yeah, it stretches all the way back to Memes, which was season 5, so we're going back 2 years almost. You can see the sparks there trailing from the defender's goal.
Kimster should have the pace to get away from Smidgey, you'd think anyway.
I don't know if he makes up too many locking ups like that.
Well, he missed the apex quite by some distance. And if he has any more half spins, then Smidgey may well be right on his tail.
Oh. There's his Tony Hawk skater line for the Imola chicane.
Yes.
He's putting it all on the line to keep that position, even though it's only 7th.
Well, every point counts. He is still within a reasonable shot of the championship.
It would be very cynical of him to drop back and start higher up for the next race, sacrificing a few points from maybe a not quite a guaranteed win, but a very strong chance at one.
That would be very cynical, yes.
I don't think it's in Kimster's nature to do
but
that.
He'd only gain one position doing so. And I've had the other Tropical car still fending off IAMS 8.
Oh gosh.
On the brakes, just getting completely out of shape.
It doesn't seem to affect him too much. He seems to have really good traction now, that hairpin.
Yeah, the traction's the important part as Kimster runs and puts 2 wheels into the gravel. But Smidgey a little too far back to take advantage.
We'll see in this middle sector how it's going to pan out. If Kimster can keep this middle sector pretty tidy, then he should be able to keep the gap up. But Smidgy is looking like he's keeping with him here.
Smidgy does look to have, if anything, a little bit more pace at this stage of the race.
Here we go again.
Once again.
Oh, you just can't. If you're going to do that, you're going to have to aim for the outside, because the apex is always going to have a car where you want when you arrive there.
It is, and there's not. Because of that kink, there's not really an overtaking chance.
He's had to lunge. He's had no option but to lunge.
I did say it was a lunge.
Oh, side by side, and he makes it stick. That was a very opportunistic move there to get it done as they go into the last lap.
The team on the radio must have just given him the little wink, saying it's the last lap. Have a go. Get him done, and he has done.
Bit of Aussie grit there.
Just a little bit.
So it looks like Ollie K is going to hang on to this unless he makes a completely stupid mistake through this last section.
Very uncharacteristic mistake it would be. We haven't, but he should keep it pointing in the straight line to take another win.
A win which has been fraught with either danger or safety, or perhaps fantastic driving or very poor driving. We'll never know.
We didn't see much of it.
Either way, the stats don't lie, and it's another win for Ole.
Yes, Ollie K takes the win, nearly doing a Bjorn Birdheim impression by the looks of it. But
oh
dear.
Oh my, the customary tap on the rear.
Is that a friendly little pat on the back there? Well done.
Yeah, let's say that. And Smidgy still trying to find a way past Kimster, but Kimster should hold on.
Oh, Smidgy's got a little bit of a run, but it would be very brave to try and get the pace there.
It would be very brave indeed.
And he cuts the last corner anyway.
So Kimster hangs on for 7th place, Smidgy 8th, both tropical cars well into the points.
So it's win number 3 from 5 races for Ollie K.
It is indeed a very impressive performance, putting him in a good position to seize the initiative in the championship. And PY James taking a strong second and well clear of Blairy in third. Jay Coop's just missing out on the podium, and then that train of cars from 5th to 8th, with the Independables rounding out the points positions.
Which means, once again, front row on the reverse race.
Yes. And AGOK and Brewellian both lapped, and numerous retirements.
That's certainly a season record for retirements.
Many of which were... 3 of which were from that accident on the first lap, where Croffy ran into the wall and then got collected by one of his teammates and Mr. Flobidaw.
So there's the aborted start.
Yes,
which didn't happen.
The very aborted start. But they got it right in the end.
For about 400 metres.
It was a very messy first lap.
It was a very messy race in general, I think. There was a lot of crashes, as we're seeing from this beautiful little highlights reel here.
Yes.
And obviously the stats at the end don't lie either. There's a lot of retirements.
A lot of retirements.
And
yes.
there was some close racing as well. Fantastically close racing, actually.
There was some fantastically close racing, particularly in the middle of the points positions. There were people looking to challenge for good results, and several people getting good results.
Absolutely. I think Jims was defending fantastically for a lot of the race.
It was extremely impressive to see him come in his first race, of course, to come in and successfully hold off multiple champions for laps at a time.
Yeah, definitely a stand-up performance by James.
And of course, not forgetting our winner and PY James up front. We didn't see much of them, but they led comfortably and didn't make any mistakes and just drove the textbook race. This has been round 5. We will be back shortly for round 6. We will see you then.
See you there.
Ah.